The Cleveland Cavaliers have made a move that could change everything for them, giving Evan Mobley a 5-year, $225 million extension with an opportunity for even more money. He will remain a Cleveland Cavalier for 5 more years. Hey everybody, Billy BB back with you on Cavs Digest. Excited to discuss the latest breaking news within the NBA community, within the Cleveland Cavs community. And when you subscribe to Cavs Digest, that's exactly what you get, is the latest news around the NBA and specifically with the Cleveland Cavaliers, such as what we just found out is that Evan Mobley will remain with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Whether you're surprised or not by this contract, Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN reporting he has agreed to a 5-year extension, $224 million. At one point, he could get up to $269 million. Now, was this a surprise? Was this necessarily breaking out of nowhere? Not really. The rest of Evan Mobley's class had already got their extensions, which we'll talk about that more in just a second. But Mobley proving that he is a core piece, that the Cavaliers believe in him, that he wants to stay, all the works. That's how big a deal this contract is. Of course, 5 more years, so now you've got Garland locked down, I believe, for 4 more. Donovan Mitchell, at least 2, if not 3, if not more, if you can get a done deal there. And then now Mobley adds that group kind of locked down. Jared Allen still has 2 years, but Mobley specifically getting that extension. It's his rookie extension. So they were eyeing this. All the other guys, the main names from that 2021 class, took a look at that and signed their extension. Mobley was the 3rd overall pick by the Cavaliers in that class, and really exciting for him to return. The Cavs have not given out many extensions like this in the past, or contracts in general. Kevin Love got an extension. We saw Donovan Mitchell, we talked about, just got an extension. Darius Garland as of recent, but really it was for a long time LeBron and Kyrie were the only ones who had gotten real deal extensions, big money extensions, and now it's becoming the new norm, especially with a guy here that the Cavaliers drafted and believed in Evan Mobley. Again, the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 draft gets a 5-year extension worth $224 million. Now, he had kind of a up and down regular season last year. He was injured. He got back and finally got back in the groove of things. Was pretty good against Orlando. We know he had that game-saving block against Franz Wagner, and then eventually he stepped up huge against the Boston Celtics, looked tremendous, helped steal a game on the road without Jared Allen, and then, of course, Jared Allen never came back in that series, so he had to kind of fill those minutes and go through those minutes, and this is huge for, again, Mobley, for the Cavaliers. It's going to keep them relevant within the Eastern Conference. It's going to keep them relevant for many years to come. The other big thing, I guess, you want to discuss with him and this extension is the money. 5 years, $224 million. So if you look at the draft class that he is associated with, pretty matchy to that draft class. Cade Cunningham got an extension, same thing, 5 for $224. Franz Wagner, 5 for $224. Scotty Barnes got 5 for $225. Barnes and Mobley are in this weird, I don't even want to call it a rivalry, but they're kind of compared to each other, close to each other. Barnes stealing that Rookie of the Year from Mobley. I think Mobley deserved it, and I personally think Mobley is better than Scotty Barnes. However, no problem for Cavs fans and the Cavs organization for Mobley to make a little bit less than Scotty Barnes, and the same as guys like Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner, that contract is a big debate, and Cade Cunningham got his extension. So that draft class actually really coming together as something pretty impressive and something a lot of people have their eyes on, and it right now shifts to Evan Mobley. He's the man of the hour. Again, he's on offense. He's getting boards. Of course, he can score, and then we've talked about in past videos, you can go back and watch them. Kenny Atkinson has a plan to make Evan Mobley a consistent and pretty good three-point shooter, so I'm excited to see that. And the Cavs have embraced that. This is a really good defensive player. He can guard bigs. He can guard wings if he gets switched onto him. So the Cavaliers obviously value that. And as we just talked about, I think there is a plan in place for this upcoming season specifically that Kenny Atkinson will take Evan Mobley and turn him into something special. Give him that Al Horford range of shooting. Give him that Brook Lopez sense of shooting, that range. And Mobley himself signing the extension, staying. He's embraced his role. I think he's improved over the past few seasons, and now an opportunity now when he signs this deal to set the tone this next season. He, Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and Jared Allen, of course, all your big names, all the guys you're kind of trusting in to make a difference here. These are the guys you're going to want. There's nothing more to discuss. There's nothing more to look at. The extensions are out. The guys are paid. Everybody's staying. Let's get it done. Mobley, in my opinion, has improved in one way or another every single year of his career. I think that final straw that everybody wants to see him unlock is the three-pointer, the consistent three-pointer. I believe he's around hitting 1 a game, maybe shooting 2. You'd like him to shoot 5 and hit 2 or 3. That's where he just needs to be at. He's a great defender, and if you can get him in a Draymond Green power forward, just electric defender, knocking down threes, spreading the floor, I think that's where Kenny Atkinson wants him, and I think that's where Mobley kind of wants to be with him. So Mobley, again, getting a 5-year extension there worth $224 million, could be up to $269 million. Adrian Wojnarowski reporting that. And as we kind of wrap up here on this episode of Cavs Digest, again, remember to subscribe. The other thing we're discussing coming up here, Cavaliers still have some options in free agency. They are one of just a couple teams to do nothing. They've done nothing technically. Now, I consider the firing of J.B. Bickerstaff and the hiring of Kenny Atkinson something, the extension of Donovan Mitchell, and of course now the extension of Evan Mobley. I consider those moves in free agency. I know a lot of people may not, but I consider those good moves, big moves, and moves that are going to pay off. Ty Jerome will return. I had Russell Westbrook in the kind of talk for a minute, but it looked like he was always going to the Nuggets, so we got to keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the Cavaliers with Cavs Digest. Make sure to subscribe. Let us know in the comments, is Evan Mobley worth the money? I love the Evan Mobley versus Scotty Barnes debate, so hit the comments and let us know what you think in that draft class kind of grouping. Is he better than Scotty Barnes, Franz Wagner, Cade Cunningham? Is Evan Mobley better than those guys? Because he just got paid like he is. Let us know down below. And again, make sure to subscribe to Cavs Digest.